So, good morning and welcome to this series, How to Write a C++ Function, Exercise 6. Create a function which simulates the game rock, paper, scissors. The function takes the input of both players, rock, paper, or scissors. The first function parameter is from the first player, whilst the second parameter is from the second player. The function returns the result as such. Player 1 wins, player 2 wins, tie if both inputs are the same. The rules of rock, paper, scissors. Both players have to say either rock, paper, or scissors at the same time. The rock crushes the scissors, the paper wraps the rock, the scissors cuts through the paper. So in this video, we are going to create a function which basically simulates the game rock, paper, scissors. So we're going to start writing the function. The first thing that we need is to know the type of the return value. From what we can see in the requirement for the function. The function returns the result as such: player 1 wins, player 2 wins, or tie. As we can see, the type of the return value is a string, so it's to the right, it's the string. Name of the function, we can use any name you want, but here I'm going to choose simply RPS for rock, paper, scissors. And then here for the parameters, we have information about the parameters also in the requirement for the function. The parameters are, so the requirement says the first function parameter is from the first player, whereas the second parameter is from the second player. And also in the first line it says create a function which simulates a game rock, paper, scissors. And it says that the function takes input from both players, rock, paper, or scissors. So the input is either rock, paper, or scissors, essentially from both players. So the type of both parameters is also string. So this is a string. We're gonna call this one player 1, and then here we're gonna have again std string. We're gonna call this one player 2. Okay, so here we are inside the I'm just surprised that it's not coloring, but anyway, let's try to run it just to make sure that everything is okay. Okay, everything is okay. Okay, so now let's try to resolve this. And for that, I have prepared this presentation here. I mean, this little diagram. As you can see here, if this is player 1 here, you can just write here player 1. If this is player 1, and then next to it you have player 2. So if that's how it is, so if player 1 plays rock, then player 2 can either play rock, paper, or scissors. Similarly, if player 1 plays paper 1, then player 2 can either play rock, paper, or scissors. And similarly, if player 1 plays scissors, then player 2 can either play rock, paper, or scissors. Okay, and then we have the outcomes here. Paper wins from player 2, for example, and then here, for example, scissors win from player 2. Okay, so using this diagram here, we are going to implement the function. Okay, so we start, and also for the implementation of the function, we are simply first going to regroup the ones that actually have outcomes, and then we simply at the end simply going to return tie for the rest of the possibilities. The possibilities with tie will simply be grouped into one and return at the end of the function. Okay, we're gonna see what I mean as we go. Okay, so I'm gonna write if player 1, if player 1 is equal to rock. Before that, I want to do one thing. I'm gonna create some constants here. So I'm gonna constant std string. I'm gonna call this one rock and actually have rock in here. Then I'm gonna have again a const std string. I'm gonna call this one paper and actually have paper in here. And then I'm gonna create another const std string scissors and actually have scissors in here. Okay, so then I can write now if player 1 is equal to rock and player 2 is equal to paper, Simply here we return player 2. No. Return here, we have to reuse the return segment, so player 2 wins. Just like here, player 2 wins based on this rule. The paper wraps the rock. Okay, so player 2 wins. Okay, so we continue if player 1 is equal to rock and player 2 is equal to scissors. Here we simply write again return player 1 wins, because you can see that the rock crushes the scissors. You see, the rock crushes the scissors. Okay, so we continue if player 1 is equal to paper and player 2 is equal to rock, return player 1 wins, because the paper wraps the rock. And then we continue if player 1 if player 1 is equal to paper and player 2 is equal to scissors, so then return player player 2 wins, because the scissor cuts through the paper. And we continue. We have if player 1 is equal to scissors and player 1 is equal to scissors, stick here, and player 2 is equal to rock. Here we write player 2 wins, because the rock crushes the scissors. So return, yeah. And then finally we have if player 1 equal to scissors, okay, and player 2 equals to paper, then return player 1 wins. Okay, and then finally for the rest of the cases we just return tie. So the remaining cases are just ties, so we're just gonna return tie here. Okay, and that's it for the function, as simple as that. So now here we come and we test the function. So you're going to use a do while loop for that, so that runs at least once, and then it's going to loop until the winner is found. So you can have here a boolean, so stop equal at first to true. Okay, so we have here, we can have while stop, yeah, so that's stop is equal to true. So I'm just gonna put this like this, so that or I have to use another variable, maybe. Yeah, just use stop. Okay. Okay, so then here we're going to take the input of both players and then simply check if you have a winner. If you have a winner, then we stop. That means stop becomes false. And then if we don't have a winner, then we have if we don't have a winner, then we have to continue until we find a winner. Okay, so we're just gonna correct. So it's gonna be stdc out. Player 1 plays. Then we're gonna have here std cin. This is the so-called extraction operator, and we actually need to have two variables here, which is going to actually store the values the inputs of player 1 and player 2, something like that. And then here we have here player 1, and then we do the same again. We have cd cout player 2 plays, and then here we're gonna have cd cin player 2. Okay, so now we have the inputs of both players, and we simply have cd string. You can call this one outcome equal to ps. It's gonna take player 1, and then it's gonna take player 2. Okay. So then we simply say if. So we simply first display the results. So we're gonna have std cout. The result is, here we're going to have outcome, and then we're going to have std inline, and then here we have now if outcome is equal to tie, then we simply continue. So then this one is equal to false. Okay, it's equal to false, else, because we don't want to change, we want to be able to reset false also, else stop is equal to true. Okay, yeah, that's pretty much it. And ideally what you want is also to have a constant for die, so that it doesn't get lost with being misspelled and so on. So we can have simply tie here, okay, and then we're gonna use it here. So the rule is simple. If you're going to use a string literal in more than one place, then it's better to have it in a constant like this, so you don't mess up by maybe capitalizing in one place and not capitalizing in another place. Okay, so that's it. Let's try to play this game now. We don't have any errors. Okay, let's try to play. So we have the rock, then we have paper. Okay, player 2 wins because the paper wraps the rock. That's correct. Let's try to have now rock and then rock. The result is a tie. Player 1 plays again. Paper. The result is a tie. Player 1 plays again. We have scissors. We have again scissors. Player 1 plays again. And then we have so let's do now something that actually works. Rock. And then we have scissors. Player 1 wins. Okay. There's one more thing I want to do for this. In the case of when someone enters rubbish, something that's not rock, paper, or scissors, for example, then we need to do something about it. So if say, for example, if I enter this, and then what's gonna happen here? The result is a tie. That's wrong. So I have to do something about it. So after entering, after both inputs have entered. Oh, let's just do if so I can have here if player 1 is different from rock. No, not all. And player 1 is different from paper. And player 1 is also different from scissors. It's different from all of these three. What you want to do is simply override a message, invalid input, enter either rock, paper, or scissors, something like that. And what you want to do here is just continue. That means you want to go back to the start. And it's a continue, will simply take you to the next iterations and it's going to start all over here. You want to do the same thing also, the same check also when the second player is entered. So I'm just going to change here from player 1 to player 2, and the rest is the same. Exactly. So let's try it now. Hopefully I did not forget anything with copy paste. Yeah, everything is in place. So let's try invalid input. Enter either rock, paper, or scissors. Okay, I know what the problem is. This one remains false, so you have to change it also. So you have to reset stop to I think we can do something else about this stop. Or we can also leave it like this. Basically you can also have false here. It's really up to you, and then you just remove this one here. But let's just continue with how we started, and I'm just gonna have here stop equal to false. Okay, and then yeah, so then after that, and also here have stop equal to false. Okay, so then after that, when it is entered, if it is not a tie, then stop becomes true and it stops. If it's a tie, it remains false, and then it continues. Okay, so let's do it. Let's try it now. So now enter some exactly invalid input. Please enter either rock, paper, or scissors. Then we enter rock, and for player 2 we enter invalid input. Enter either rock, paper, or scissors, so we get to play again. Yeah, you can do it like that, or simply make player 2 start over. But that's gonna require more code to be written. You're just gonna leave it like that. So you just play now normally, rock, and then paper. Player 2 wins. Okay. Alright, that's it for this video. And that's it for the resolution of this exercise, the rock, paper, scissors one. Yeah, thank you for watching, and bye bye.